Welcome to Pacific Northwest Urbex. Come with us as we post and celebrate the 40th anniversary of Expo 86 from Vancouver, Canada, all this week.
Since the beginning of time, people have traveled in search of a better way of life, a more hospitable climate, or simply to discover what lay over the horizon. But the most remarkable advances in transportation and communications have come in the wake of conquest, commerce, and the pursuit of knowledge. Launched by humankind at confounding speed toward known and unknown horizons, fostered in part by demands to seek out new ways of harnessing energy, transportation and communications technologies are undergoing unprecedented change. For both developing and industrialized nations of the world, transportation and communications play a vital role in plans and hopes for socio-economic and technological progress. You are invited to Expo 86, a world exposition on transportation and communications to be held in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, between May 2nd and October 13th, 1986. The largest port on the west coast of the Americas, Vancouver, British Columbia, is an increasingly important gateway to the markets of the Pacific. Equidistant from Europe and the Orient, Vancouver has the deep-water seaports, international airports, and vital rail links that make it easily accessible by land, sea, and air. Constantly busy with traffic from every continent, just 48 kilometers from the Canada-United States border, it opens up the entire western U.S. market. The trade and cultural capital of Western Canada, Vancouver attracts 8 to 10 million visitors every year. Its hotel, restaurant, and entertainment facilities are among the most modern and sophisticated in North America. Colorful, cosmopolitan, and cordial, Vancouver is ready to welcome the world to Expo 86. Sanctioned by the International Bureau of Expositions, the 1986 World Exposition is sponsored by the governments of Canada and British Columbia. It will be the first international exposition in North America to be devoted to transportation and communications, and the largest specialized world exposition ever held on the continent. The theme for Expo 86 is World in Motion, a universal showcase encompassing the broadest possible range of research and innovation relating to the movement of people, goods, and information. But most important, Expo 86 is resolved to explore most aspects of transportation and communications in a serious, enlightened way, so that all participants may gain from their involvement. To ensure that Expo 86 lives up to this challenge, there is a deep commitment to organization and consideration for all official governmental participants, private corporations, and professional visitors alike. For world educators, engineers, and corporations on the forefront of transportation and communications technologies, Expo 86 will be a well-defined, planned, and organized meeting place, a place where ideas may be exchanged and knowledge gained. 4 theme plazas are planned: aviation, marine, automotive, and rail, each one to portray some aspect of human endeavor in the transportation and communications field, within an environment that evokes a sense of the total system, rather than just illustrating the vehicle. Theme plazas are being planned in conjunction with specialized periods and demonstration projects. In the marine and urban transit plazas in particular, international participants are encouraged to become involved in active displays. For the duration of the exposition, specialized periods ranging from 1 to 2 weeks will highlight specific aspects of transportation and communications on land, sea, and in the air, both separately and together. Participants may engage in any of these events to ensure international interest, particularly at the professional level. The calendar of specialized periods has been structured to take advantage of many international conferences planned for Vancouver during Expo 86. In addition, many specialized periods will include a carefully organized seminar. Through actual case studies analyzing real situations, transportation specialists will be able to meet during a concentrated period to develop approaches to problem solving. On-site facilities include a vehicle demonstration track that will serve specialized periods on trucks and intercity buses, one on automobiles, another on transportation for recreation, and still another on alternative fuel and power. The demonstration track surrounds an open area that will feature daily performances of the musical ride of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police and a series of other events throughout the exposition. This will include a competitive program with disabled athletes during the specialized period on transportation and mobility for the elderly and disabled. There will be facilities for shallow draft and traditional vessels, as well as an on-site underwater demonstration tank for submersibles, manned diving, and other underwater technologies. There will also be demonstrations of search and rescue techniques. A seaplane base is adjacent to Canada Place, and the 60,000-seat stadium at BC Place provides suitable space for large equipment displays. Marine, aviation, auto, and rail theme plazas on the exposition site will provide facilities for related transportation and communications displays and demonstrations. The magnificent Canada Place will have deep water berths for cruise ship displays. Adjacent to the Expo site, rail yards will accommodate a nostalgic assembly of steam trains and a major display of modern railway equipment. Off-site, land, sea, and air facilities will provide a wealth of opportunities to participants. For specialized periods as they relate to marine transportation and communications, Vancouver's great natural harbor on Burrard Inlet and other deep-water terminals will provide excellent display and demonstration facilities for ocean-going cargo and passenger vessels. Deep water near Burrard Inlet will provide the setting for demonstrations of submersibles. Near Canada Place, the largest assembly of full-rig tall ships ever gathered in the Pacific will highlight the marine commerce period. Expo 86 will be served by numerous existing airports, including Abbotsford International, where each year the renowned Abbotsford International Air Show takes place. Other nearby airports, all less than an hour's drive from the exposition site, will provide facilities for general aviation and lighter-than-air displays, helicopter and short takeoff and landing aircraft, hot air ballooning, home-built and ultralight aircraft. There will be a hang gliding competition at Grouse Mountain, just minutes from the Expo 86 site. The program of specialized periods is designed to offer participants at Expo 86 opportunities to display transportation and communications technologies. Expo 86 will make the facilities necessary to undertake the program available to participants. The success of the specialized periods program will be realized only through the enthusiastic involvement of the nations, provinces, states, and corporations at Expo 86, and their willingness to take advantage of the opportunities the program offers. For professionals involved in the development and management of transportation, Expo 86 is sponsoring its own symposium series. The first of these, held in Vancouver in January 1984, has left a profound impression on all involved. At this symposium, the late Aurelio Peche, co-founder of the Club of Rome, called upon world governments, private corporations, and professionals to participate in the 1986 World Exposition, to come, share, and exchange knowledge that will ultimately lead to greater world harmony and understanding.
You will be able to shape up and build Expo 86 in such a way that it will be a landmark and a turning point for our generations on their path towards a more mature and a more humane society. Thank you.
The second and third meeting of the symposium series will be held in March 1985 and May 1986. The most relevant expression of the Expo 86 theme, World in Motion, will be found in national, provincial, territorial, state, and corporate exhibition pavilions, and 4 major theme pavilions. Theme pavilions will endeavor to set the standards for theme treatment throughout the exposition. Most important, the theme pavilions will provide a global overview of the human experience of transportation and communications. The first of these is the Expo 86 Preview Center. Here, progressive aspects of transportation and communications will be dealt with via audio-visual presentation and audience participatory exhibits. The presentation will include present prototype methods, as well as vehicles and machinery of transportation and communications that may help carry mankind into the 21st century. Imagination is the working title of the second theme pavilion. Through some of the most advanced demonstration and display techniques, such as holography, lasers, and fiber optics, visitors will share in visionary aspects of transportation and communications, how we have arrived at where we are, and how imagination may carry us farther. The third theme pavilion relates to traditional means of transportation and communications. It will present enduring modes of moving people, goods, and messages, while emphasizing the richness of cultural diversity inherent in those traditions. A melting pot of transportation and communication systems that have been developed over the ages. It will provide a unique insight to how the rest of the world has developed. The fourth theme pavilion is housed in an on-site heritage building that served as the original roundhouse of Canada's Transcontinental Railway. The exhibits selected from history will demonstrate transportation and communications developments significant in global context. It will also explore some of the social preconditions necessary for invention, not in the form of lineal evolution, but as a collage of fortuitous events. Artifacts will be an important element of this pavilion. For those who exhibit at Expo 86, involvement in theme pavilions, contributions to the 4 theme plazas, and active participation in seminars and specialized periods will be of long-term promotional value. Participation in the symposium series will underline the need for world nations to come together in establishing transportation and communications objectives, and the need for mutual understanding. Expo 86, its reason for existence is much deeper than the general excitement only a world exposition can deliver. For participants who arrive in Vancouver, Canada, it will mean the opening of new channels in terms of promotional possibilities in the North American market. It will be important in terms of the dynamic Pacific Rim group of nations, and for countries both developing and expanding their transportation and communications. As with all great world expositions, Expo 86 encourages cultural presentations from participating nations through the World Festival and on-site entertainment. It invites participants to sell a representative selection of national products in their pavilions and to operate restaurants. It encourages participants to promote tourism in one of the most responsive markets in the world. Yet all this is but a small part of the main thematic purpose of Expo 86, and that is the world in motion, an exposition dedicated to transportation and communications, technologies that every nation recognizes as vital to its own progress. The magnificent opportunities of the 1986 World Exposition are clear. The timing is right. The need for commitment and action is now.